it's as better as it's gonna get. So,
Is this your stream you're talking about?
well, in the recording, it doesn't like to pick up the mic sometimes. You have to negotiate.
Oh, thanks, Sam. I'll take a look.
We're
Great,
good.
opened over place.
So last time was rough, y'all.
Nah.
Yep.
Nah.
We lost our ghosts. We got attacked by ghosts, and we possessed people. Yeah, Baszo was ready for you in your last assault. But that's okay because now we have bombs.
Yeah. Oh, I need to ask: is it built into a cart?
Sure, I
Like
mean
a,
it's
a way of
big,
moving
right?
it? Yeah. Can we just slap some wheels on it, or has it already got wheels? I'm just thinking of trying to get it. How we're going to get it over to.
I mean, you said it was like a military shell, right?
Yeah, it's like a military shell for probably a gun that doesn't exist anymore.
God, it might be a transport mission instead of like an infiltration. It might just be getting the bomb there,
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
right? Like we pretend to be like caged, like delivery drivers. If only we had a slide with us, that would go. We'd probably go a lot better. But yeah.
But I think where we come in, you guys are sitting in Bandy's office in the Red Sash Blade School. Maybe talking about, can we just put wheels on it?
That's something Bingo would probably say.
We hear your voices echoing down a hallway as four figures approach, marching up the hallway, and there is a knock at the door.
Oh. I look at Bandy and then I get up to answer the door.
Yeah, just give like a little nod.
Yeah, you open it up, and there is standing Mylera Clev.
She's the leader of the Red Sashes, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So she's got like she's lean, and she's got her weapons on, like her sword and her dagger on either side. Her swords, her weapons, like the blades, the red sashes. Bandy uses like a rapier and stuff like that. He's distressified as we establish.
Yeah.
But the red sashes, the way I usually do them anyway, their blades aren't as long, they're shorter, and they have a slight curve to them, and they're wider blades. So Bandy's sword fighting style is about like controlling an opponent from reach, whereas the red sashes get in close with their blades. And she's got a tight-fitting coat on. Of course, a red sash that goes around her waist and like over her shoulder. She doesn't have a tricorn on. She's not a player character.
Well, I want to give her a wide smile, and I say, Malera, nice of you to join us for our little planning session. I open the door like widely for her, and I kind of take a few steps back.
She and her three cadre step into the room.
Free cadre? Oh,
Yeah.
right.
She's got three other.
Heard that wrong.
Yeah, three other soldiers with her, and she. What do you do, Bandy, when she comes in the room?
I was sitting down, kind of lounging. Then when I realized it was Mallory at the door, I kind of stand up and I don't have my hat on, but I do a hat tipping motion. I grab just the tip of my hair and say, "Milady."
She's walking in, and she's pulling like some fighting gloves off of her hand. And she gets them off, and she says, "Sit down."
Just, right, and just sit back down.
To both of us, or just him?
Mostly she pointed to Bandy, but yeah, she just goes back to taking her other glove off. What do you do? Bingo, do you sit down somewhere?
Yeah, I want to sit down in the back where I was sitting before.
Okay.
Kind of keep looking at that. I guess we have a couple maps out, like planning out the location and stuff.
So, her eyes sort of move across to all three of you. She pulls the other glove off. And she says, "Things have gotten messy."
That's one way of putting it.
No, our last attack did not go as planned, unfortunately. Intelligence breach or something.
Or something?
We do not know. Apparently they knew we were coming. Let's see, now I can figure out.
Baszo has turned to a much darker path than we anticipated in Malera. And darker paths need brighter torches. I'm going to give her a smile.
She says, "Brighter torches. Is that thing in the warehouse?"
Yes, it's a pretty effective torch, I might add. And it should put a firm end to the Lampblacks in Crowsfoot. And then we'll own this place. And the only thing left will be Baszo and his warehouse full of vampires. No problem.
And not knowing the nature of your mysterious intelligence leak, your plan is to charge ahead as before.
The last thing he'll be expecting, Valera. I mean,
So far,
why would he
we
expect
have-
us to bounce back so quickly after perhaps thwarting us a tad at our last mission?
It sounds like you're assuming that there's anything he won't be expecting from you.
So far, we have managed to use methods of subterfuge. This time, I think he will not be expecting a straight punch.
And she says, "There's fighting in the row, in Salamander Row on the docks. There is blood in the streets. Everything is at a standstill. This war is on a knife's edge. You are supposed to be getting results, being our upper hand."
Malera. I kind of stand up and I kind of walk towards her. I don't know what she does, but I just kind of wide open arms and I say, "This might be on a knife's edge, but we're not bringing a knife to this next fight. You understand? This will wash the blood from the streets, and business can get back to usual for you and your fine red sashes. Just give us some time and maybe a couple of resources, and we'll fix this right up for you, as promised."
What sort of resources are you expecting?
Well, you have a fine gang. We might need to put it to some good use on the streets for this last fight. Well, not the last one, but definitely a decisive one. If your boys are feeling up to a bit of a scrap.
So my boys have been scrapping already.
Yes, but a real one, not just brawling in the streets, but I'm talking something a bit more sensational.
Let me paint it clearly for you. The three of you have left a trail that is drawing the wrong kind of attention. The fight in Salamander Row is at a standstill with all of our soldiers. Everything is coming to a head, and you are causing problems that we don't have the resources to meet.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Malera. Give us a day and see how you feel. Is that a fair bargain?
She says, you have 24 hours to give me results. And if you don't, you'll want to be very far away from me. Don't fail.
Of course, wouldn't dream of it. And I look back at Echo and Bandy, and I give them a little grin. And I say, but we can still count on the use of the red sashes until our 24 hours are up. Yes?
Okay. She thinks about it, right? She's not sure. So she like steps around you, Bingo, and goes toward Bandy. You know, she knows Bandy better.
That's fair enough.
And she says, Bandino, can you vouch for this plan? If you give me your word that things are going to work out.
Just calmly look her in the eye and say, if this plan does not work out, I promise you, you may have my sword and dagger yourself, and you may do with them as you wish.
And she says, okay, one day. And she turns to walk out. And she stops right in front of you, Bingo. She says, and when you are in my school, you will refer to me as Master Clev.
Whatever you say, Master Clev. I'm reckless. I don't give a shit anymore.
I know. Yeah. Cool. She leaves. The door like shuts curtly. As much as a door can shut curtly.
I kind of sit down back at the table, put my feet up, and I look at Bandy and I say, your master really needs to get laid. And I start picking my fingers, my nails. I'm not trying to be sexist, of course. I'm trying to be reckless.
Trying to be reckless. Well, what's the plan, guys?
Okay, plan.
Our plan is top notch.
I was thinking, assuming I can get the red sashes under my side, I can lead them. I was just thinking, reckless. Just head straight at them, straight at their place in the crow's nest. What's it called? The what's the name of their brothel they have there? The drug den.
Charwillow.
Oh, Charwillow Brothel. Yeah. I'm thinking I lead my guys from a beeline straight there, lure out their gang into a bit of a standoff, maybe have a bit of a scrap, use my command. Then, whilst they're distracted and out on the streets, you two bring the bomb into the establishment. We finish our fight, send them back in. You guys maybe lift the war treasure at the time. I don't really care about that.
Yep.
Bomb goes off.
Step 3 profit.
Exactly.
Well, no more Lampblacks.
So that's
I mean,
in the
they
area,
also don't
anyway.
have like a money income or from this area anymore.
Yeah.
that definitely sounds mostly like an assault.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
I guess maybe I'm setting them up.
Assault with
using
some like
cans.
some light infiltration.
Yeah, there could be some
That's 'cause it's a
setups.
two-pronged plan. Yeah. I'm thinking a setup would be like a
Or yeah,
distract.
maybe the assault is the setup, and then the other thing is the main part.
I mean, how do you guys think of that? That's just what I was thinking, because, you know, it'll
I
draw the
think-
security away for you.
Yeah,
If
I
you
was
want
pretty much thinking like pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. If you attack the place, draw them out into an ambush, start fighting with them, and then we plant the bomb, get the treasury. It's a good enough plan.
Yeah. So the assault is like a distraction to draw them out, and then whoever else moves in with the actual bomb to put that in the building.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be happy to just throw the bomb in myself, but I guess I should probably command the gang so they don't get destroyed. I guess I can always come and help out once I've dealt with the Lampblacks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure our gang, the Red Thatchers, were like fucking crazy, like they're crazy sword people. I'm pretty sure they're stronger than like an equivalent size like black.
Yeah,
black,
they're thugs,
black,
and they're
you know
also they're elite thugs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cohort.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know if I trust them by themselves. That's all. What are their
Yeah, you
drawbacks?
should
Do you
still be.
know what their drawbacks are? Just I think they're
Unreliable and principled.
yeah.
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 The
Principled is that's not too bad.
Yeah, the Red Sashes and the Lampblacks, their gangs, their thugs are essentially equal in strength.
Okay, then I'll lead them.
But
Hopefully I'll lead an edge. Give an edge.
yeah, so that's our plan. Is like we can kind of do it with Bandy doing a setup, but let's do our engagement roll. So how does everybody set up here? If we number 5 is the Charwillow Brothel, and out back there is a park, Charwillow Park, and the Lampblacks also control that. That's their meeting place where they move their drugs, basically. Right? People wander into the park, score a dime bag, and then head out. Or they make their way into the brothel for brothel activities. But I mean, there's a couple different directions of assault, and
I'm thinking maybe I take the red sashes. I'll just draw on this real quick just to show what I mean. If we go
sure.
this way and then kind of just engage them in the park, that's a really shit arrow, just ignore me. Engage them up in the park, and you guys can just sneak in, just take the roads with the bomb and go directly in whilst they're distracted out back, because they're going to care more about the park and their dealings, I think, than just the front side. But that's just me being simple.
Yeah, I actually think that's a good plan. Right?
Cool.
Simple plan.
Because they'll see us coming from a mile away, they'll just like file out into the park for a bit of a standoff, and then you guys can sneak in, and then maybe some heads will roll, but we'll see how it goes.
Sure.
And then ideally.
Okay. So
Ideally that'll happen.
a green mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
See, I mean,
Broccoli
big
for
a
everyone.
scale,
What the bomb does is just make
the green color was better.
So we see Bingo and the Red Sash gang. Are you guys you're moving up the canal street, basically?
Yeah, like along the waterfront.
Is this? I mean, are you slinking up or anything like that?
We're strolling, kind of like full force, if you imagine.
So you're just
It's
walking.
just like all together in like a big kind of like gaggle.
Yeah, it's kind of like the scene from like a western, as people see one coming on the street, they like close their doors and like windows and shit.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, people are diving out of the street, getting out of the way. running up the alleyways.
I'm kind of egging them on as we walk. I'm like, ready to get some heads rolling, boys.
Yeah, everybody in Crowsfoot has been fearing this day, basically, that it would just be an open fight in the streets between the Lampblacks and the Red Sashes. The fighting in the docks up to this point, it's been at a standstill, and there's been some killing, but it's been like contained and quiet, mostly fighting in the abandoned buildings, but maybe a gunshot or two every now and then. But this is about to be a bloodbath, right? This is OK Corral. And you guys with the cart, have you disguised it in some way? Are you...
Definitely.
We're wine merchants, Justin.
How is it disguised? Are the two of you just in the cart? And we don't use horses.
Goats.
We use goats. Big ass goats.
This is so expensive.
I don't know. Like, yeah, maybe we like I don't know, do like what do like maybe we're like disguised as like Lampblacks maybe. I could see that going badly though.
Especially since I'm a foreigner.
Well, think about it. It's a brothel, right? So they're probably going to need wine or food or something. Something maybe you could deliver pretty easily.
Oh yeah. That's actually a good point. Yeah, we're probably just disguised as like like a shipment, like a merchant.
Yeah, just see if you can't just steal some food from the Red Sash's kitchen. Just steal some food, shove it on top of the bomb, and just throw it in. Just be like, hey, we'll deliver some sausages.
Just the bomb has just like a single like half-eaten hamburger on top of it.
Yes, we are here to deliver hamburgers.
Yeah, definitely if we can, we get like a big-ass cart with like a hogshead or something, and put the bomb inside the hogshead would be ideal.
I think the bomb's
Bomb ain't gonna fit in there.
It'd be a big hog.
But maybe like some grain or some potatoes or some apples or something.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
And by hogshead, I mean like big-ass barrel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's your literal.
Yeah, like a mobile, like ale, like a huge ale barrel. Like I'm thinking, like the kind of things they distill it in.
God.
Maybe it would be big enough.
It's labeled spiced rum, extra spiced rum.
Okay.
Extra spicy.
Some Jaeger bomb.
So you make your way up the canal street, bingo, and everybody starts moving through the park, spreading out. Forming a column as they move through, and it's just through like the fog that's washing up through the canal into the park. You pass through it, and there are some Lampblacks in the trees, and you can see the brothel in the distance. All the guys holding out there in the park, and eyes meet, and weapons are drawn. Or do you like give out a war cry?
Yeah, I kind of look around to my lads. I guess they're my lads, even though they're like kind of posh twats. I don't really care for that side of them. They're lads to me, because I guess the Peruvian blood kind of runs through our veins. So I guess I pull out. I need to set my load. I'm heavy.
Yeah, set your loads.
I guess I pull out my fine heavy weapon. That's like this like really long glaive. I kind of just like throw it up into the air and I shout, "Feruvia!" in a very strange, like batshit tone. I don't want to shout because my housemates are in. That's one thing they're crazy.
And then we cut over to you guys in the wagon, and are you waiting for the attack to happen, or are you already moving in, waiting for like when there's chaos to spring your attack?
I think we'd be there before the chaos even really starts.
I think we're gonna try and we're gonna pull our delivery crew story, and then when shit starts fighting, whoever's like, hopefully whoever has the clipboard, and he's like, well, there's no thing here. He gets called away to go fight, and then we just fucking pull the bomb in there.
Yeah, that'd be the ideal.
So it's like, yeah.
So you
Yeah.
you're coming up to a side of the building where there's like there's a delivery door, I think, right? It's sort of like a raised bit of concrete or whatever, and there's like a couple of big wooden doors that open up for their storehouses, right? This wasn't always a brothel, or maybe it was like an inn or something before, right? And they had a kitchen, and that's basically what you're delivering to. Yeah, and so as you guys pull up, a guy lets you in the gate. He just like thumbs you through, and some dude comes walking out on the delivery deck, and he says, "What's going on? There's nothing today."
Ah, didn't you hear? You have to refill the wine.
Yeah, he says, "I've got no orders."
What do you mean, no orders? We were told. Come here. Come. There must be some type of misunderstanding or something. This is Charwillow Brothel, yes?
He says,
See?
"Do you have papers? Show me your papers."
You can just go back into the cart, take a laborious amount of time like this. No, that's not it. All right, fine. All right, here are the papers. All right, good. And
Are you?
yeah, this is when I pull up the documents, which
Okay.
I have. I took normal load, by the way.
That's cool. So you're pulling out your documents, and okay, so we've all got our load set. All right, let's roll the engagement here. So 1 dice for sheer luck. Is the operation particularly bold or daring? Yeah, I think so. We talked about that. We might describe it as reckless.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Who knows? Could be.
So plus 1 dice. It's not super contingent. It's pretty straightforward, right?
Mhm.
Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Ooh, I'd say them coming out to meet us is kind of a big weakness of the Lampblacks, because they're kind of not smart, but that's me trying to get an extra dice. But they are not immune to explosions.
That's right. That I mean, if your plan works, it creates a weakness. But this is like
I wouldn't say
their base. I don't think that one applies.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fair.
Are they strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparation? That one I'm kind of on the fence about, because
Do you have any special preparations against a tier 4 bomb?
that's a good point.
It's like if it's a reinforced house of like bunkers and shit, absolutely.
That's a good point. Okay, they don't have special preparations. Are your friends or contacts aiding with insight for the operation?
I did ask Suryo for the bomb, my
Smart.
veteran, but oh, can I have asked Mercy along? She's a cold killer. She'd be up for this, right?
Sure. You want to bring your contact Mercy along?
Yeah, she's my my favorite, my bestie.
Your bestie. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? Yes.
I'm feeling that's always a yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much always a yes.
Yeah. And then other elements for difference in tier? No. There's a situation in the district that makes the operation more or less tricky. No, not yet. So what's that? That is 2 dice. Or is it? Yeah, because we canceled out the friend with the rivals. We're not exposing a particular weakness, but they don't have special preparations. And
It's a +1 for daring, right?
yeah, +1 for daring. So 2 dice. I don't know. Whoever wants to roll it.
Echo, Sam. I don't know who hasn't done an engagement roll before, so.
I don't think you've done one, have you?
Yeah, do it, Bandy.
Oh well. Okay, I can do it too.
You're pulling out documents, right?
Yep, fair enough.
It'd be good to see if when you pull the document out and turn to the guy, he shoots you in the chest.
He's just a vampire.
Yeah.
I mean, Drat 4 isn't
Hey.
terrible.
So close to 2 3s though.
Yeah.
Can't
John,
be-
Justin, can I ask what number 6 is? Is that the animal shelter? I hope not.
4 is a
probably
mixed
isn't.
result. It's a mixed result. We're in risky.
Oh no, I meant 6 on the map. Sorry, like
Oh,
this one. Sorry, I can't see it. Just wondering what it is.
what is that? Oh, that's the kennel.
Yeah, great. Is it not gone yet?
I mean,
Sorry. Anyway, we're doing.
We'll
okay.
talk about it. We'll talk about it. We're gonna have downtime. We're gonna talk about it in downtime.
I'm sure we will. I'll try and get rid of all of my 8 stress and have no way of doing it.
Well, what we passed, I guess.
So
It's just like
Risky.
a plan of a plan, right? There's a complication, but it's not just a terrible one.
yeah, it's that we're gonna start in a risky position, right? He's gonna be looking over the documents, but we're gonna start with the setup because you might be able to ease that position. Bingo. So
Okay.
you've given out a cry and you are attacking the Lampblacks.
Yeah. Well, ideally, I wanted to just lure them out and get into a standoff for as long as possible. Just lure out their guys, but not necessarily start a fight. But then again, reckless. So I guess I'm kind of goading them on into attacking us, so we can just, I don't know. Maybe we don't want. It's not too smart to just like attack, but no, screw it. Yeah, he's just gonna run forward. Why would he not do that?
Yeah, go crazy.
Yeah. Oh wait, before I go, I want to use on my rage essence file. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's good. I've got it up here. A single dose which greatly enhances the user's strength, resistance to pain, and irrational aggression for the span of several minutes. The GM will modify your position effect accordingly when you fight a rage essence. You also suffer 2 consequences: can't tell friend from foe, and can't stop until they're all broken. And you may resist these as usual.
Yeah.
So I guess when it gets into the thick of it, there might be some red slashes going down.
So it seems like I think you said a command, right? That's what you're moving for.
Yeah, that's for commanding the gang. I guess when I get into combat, it'll be skirmishing. But right
Yeah.
now, it's commanding the gang.
Yeah, let's see how that plays out to start.
Ooh, good.
So you're gonna roll command. You're risky. Yeah, for commanding, you're still standard. When you, like you said, after this, we're gonna get into actually fighting, and then we'll.
Yeah. Well, I guess I would take the rage just as I'm about to get into the fight. I wouldn't want to take it before the command because that would mess me up.
I mean, you could drink it and then give out your war cry just before it sets
Yeah.
in, and you start killing all the red sashes.
Yeah.
But I definitely have a devil's bargain.
Oh.
sorry.
Okay.
Bingo. I definitely
Does
have a devil's bargain.
Blood Brothers says they get +1d for teamwork rolls set up in group actions.
What's that?
Blood Brother is not
Blood
one of the
Brother.
special abilities anymore, is it?
When you fight
no.
alongside your cohorts in combat, they get +1d for teamwork rolls set up in group actions.
Oh yeah, because they're that's from our crew, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
does that-
yeah. I should probably be checking that. Good
Blood
call.
Brothers is the one we do get. Thank you. Before I just die.
I just remembered. Wait, they're Blood Brothers. Doesn't that do something? And
Yeah, they get +1d for
Yeah.
teamwork rolls.
Set up in group
Set
actions.
up in group actions.
All of them cohorts got the thugs type for free. And if they're already thugs, I guess we could add another type. Huh.
Oh yeah,
I
we were
guess
going
we
to
could
talk
add
about
killers.
that.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah, there was a couple of thoughts I had. Let's see what we think about these options. Just so I'm going to forget this otherwise.
Yeah, because I wanted to bring it because I put it in the Skype chat. I said, we'll...
So, thugs are killers, brawlers, and roustabouts. Skulks are scouts, infiltrators, and thieves, which I think could make sense for a Red Sash gang. But the other thing I was thinking of was rooks. con artists, spies, and socialites, because the red sashes...
Well, they're noble families, aren't they?
Yeah, they're children of nobles. What do you guys think?
I'll leave this up to you two. And I think skulks or rooks is a really good shout.
Yeah, I like the idea of both, really.
I think I lean maybe more towards skulks.
Wait, why we need skulls? Like...
I mean, no, they're already thugs, but we can make them a second type because of their special move. So they can make them thugs and something else.
I like thugs and I think thugs and rooks fits best. I think because that fits what they do best. I think.
Okay. Why don't you break the tie there, Bandy?
I have to make all the hard decisions. No,
I think rooks, and I only said
yeah,
skulks because...
rooks make the most sense since they're all noble boys, and that will also kind of fit a hole in the party at the minute. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted skulks so we can just break into places and kill people. But now
we won't be using these guys all the time. Remember, like after this session probably or the next one, we'll be gone from them. So.
Okay, so they're thugs and rooks. Oh man, now I want to do infiltrating, like the council or something. Okay, but that's
fun.
That's a different contract. So you got +1 dice for that, so you're gonna have already +1 dice. My devil's bargain is that this whole drawing them out and waiting for them to attack you, bingo. That was your plan all along. But once the rage essence hits you, once the battle is afoot, you scream charge and you assault them first. You can't wait for them to come to you.
So we're on the offense and they're kind of defending from us. Can I kind of see if they're all like in buildings or in cover or anything, or is it kind of just like we're meeting their lines instead of them meeting us?
Yeah, out here in the park, it's just like you're meeting their lines. You're not like assaulting the building yet. We'll see after future Devil's Bargains, right?
Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think that's a good offer?
Yeah,
if
you fight in the park, though, more people will come out of the building, which will make it easier to get the bomb in there.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. The reason it's a Devil's Bargain is because you're reckless. And this means you are moving into their ground, right? You're attacking their defenses. And...
You know what? It absolutely fits reckless, so I'm going to
or you could just take the stress.
I'm just gonna play up reckless and take that. Justin, that's a good one.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sure.
Well, someone's got some XP.
Vampires. I know. I mean, I've done it. Like I've already reckless with a bomb and reckless with that. So I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. No, that's good. So you risky standard and 2 extra dice on your command.
Yep, makes it 3 dice overall. I just unticked my one thing, trying to roll it. Risky, standard, bonus dice 2, boom. It's not great.
5. Oh, hey, better than the 4.
Yeah.
Well, technically, they're the same thing.
Oh, really? Are they?
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a complication or some sort.
Yeah. Yeah, the crew goes charging in. And, I mean, there's the first few guys just out in the woods. They are cut down, like, instantly. It's just 2 or 3 dudes. And then they start to call the alarm. And the actual guards at the brothel, the, like, main fighting force, they start to move out. And... your charge just continues forward to strike them. What's the complication? Well, you're going to deal harm to them.
Man, I can think of a good one for you. I don't know if you want me to, because I'm the one in it. It's kind of, I guess it's a little bit biased. But it could be that Bingo's so fast that he gets stuck ahead in the gang without helping him, so he's gang against one person. That'd make it desperate, maybe. But that's just what I had in mind. I'm sure you can think of one too.
I mean, you can do that on your own, right? You can run up and go
Yeah.
fight a bunch of dudes on your own. what I'm gonna do, they're gonna trade damage. They're gonna trade damage. The gangs, the Charwillow boys, and I'm just gonna deal a little. I'm gonna deal a little extra damage to your guys. Right, this is part of the reckless thing, diving into their defenses. So you've bashed against their outer defenses, and the red sashes are trying to push through out of the park and toward the brothel proper. And a couple of them are getting injured on the way, taking shots. There's gunfire. People are screaming, all that stuff. And just before we cut back to the others, but that was a success, right? You are going to make things better for them. But before we cut back to them, yeah, let's see Bingo. Like, I think there's this iron wrought fence, right? Around the house, around this brothel that the red sashes are trying to clamber over and everything. And they like try to slam this gate shut and shoot through the bars at all of you as you're charging. What are you doing, Bingo?
So there's this huge gate, and a fence, and they're all on the other side of it, right? Just firing through and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of gate is it? Is it mechanical, or is it like locked or what?
No, yeah, it's like a wrought iron thing. It like swings on a hinge. Two halves come together. It's not like a fortress or anything. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the bars are thin enough for somebody to put their arm through and like shoot.
Okay. Then the only logical thing to do really is to shove my pole armor to the ground and vault over the fence right in the middle of them.
Yeah, so you vault over and you're just gonna like splash into them, cut a bunch of them down.
Yeah, just pull out, leave my weapon behind, I guess, as I go, unless I can take it with me. But that'd be a little bit strange taking your pole arm with you.
Okay, cool. So
you want to roll prowl for that?
I mean, yeah, you can do that. It's whatever action you want to do. I completely buy a prowl.
I mean, prowl and skirmish are both the same thing, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm just thinking for jumping over. It's all one action. I suppose it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Risky, right?
Certainly still risky, yeah. You've got your rage essence.
So, great effect? Or is it, because it's many of them, it's limited effect anyway, so it balances out?
Yeah, without without doing not to be trifled with, it's just gonna even out. But what we're not gonna do is apply your any of your harm right now. We're not gonna worry about that since you're filled with rage. You're not worried about being haunted.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You are frothing with fury. But if you do not to be trifled with, yeah, that'll certainly raise up your effect. But I have a devil's bargain. And that devil's bargain is that, it's that Mercy is caught out. She tries to come around with you and gets split apart from you.
What, like split up from me?
Yeah, you'd have to, like, once you take care of these guys, if you want to help her, you're going to have to cut down a bunch more dudes who are going to be surrounding her, trying to stab her also.
Okay, I don't want to take that. I am gonna push myself for not to be trifled with, and it says when you push yourself, I can engage the small gang, and I still get the +1d, which is nice.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that. So extra dice from pushing myself. I mark the 2 stress, and I also get the effects of engaging a small gang on equal footing. So I guess it gets up to great effect.
That is right.
Okay. And then 2 extra... No, 1 extra dice. Because it's already on 2. Ah, it's never worth it. 3 dice, 2 dice things. Really strange. Okay. Lay it on me.
Oh.
It's just like... Yeah. 5 over, just swinging like a madman in all directions. Just spinning around.
Right. Yeah. So you land down. Do you pull out a different weapon since you left your polearm behind?
Yeah, I guess I pull out this like really mean-looking cleaver, so I'll mark down my fine hand weapon.
Like a meat cleaver?
Yeah, like a meat cleaver. Dude, back in the pits, we did whatever we could, and I'm just yelling. I all through my eyes, I just feel like I'm back in Aruvia in the pits, slashing around all over the place.
I'm just picturing somebody having a conversation like, you use a meat cleaver? And you're like, back in the pits, we did whatever we could. And it's like, but you're not in the pits anymore. I just like it.
It doesn't matter.
You're not the pits. I'm in the pits still.
I guess it's like a really long meat cleaver.
No,
it's not like a...
Yeah, and it's an intimidation
like
factor too, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's a meat cleaver on a chain, just for that extra strap, swinging it around.
Kratos cleaver.
That weapon makes no sense. Alright.
Really, the meat cleaver changes to distraction. You just punch them.
Yeah, they're too busy trying to avoid that. I'm just like bashing heads.
Yeah, so you had great effect in Risky. We're gonna stay in Risky, but let's see. I think you're gonna have an option here for the thing, and it's giving you a choice to be reckless again.
Gotta stop offering it to me.
The one option is that you get carried away, right? You jump in between like 4 or 5 guys, and you pull out this cleaver and you just start going to town. And out of the corner of your eye, you see Mercy being surrounded, and you've got like this option to like dispatch enough of these guys and break away from them to go after her. But they, like, one of them shoots you in the shoulder. Just level 1 harm. Or you get carried away to dispatch all of these guys, and when you turn, somebody shoots her in the stomach. And she's not dead, but you would need to end this fight soon or get her to safety. She would bleed out fairly quickly.
I'm gonna take the shot. I feel like even with all this resistance vial, him and Mercy have been through some tough times. I like to think she's a Ruvian. I don't know if that's up to me or not, but I like to think that they like she was like the only friend he had when he came to the town. So even with all this stuff going on, he still kind of sees her, and he breaks away to go and help her and takes the shot.
Cool. And you can totally resist that still. With prowess if you want. Or, I mean, it's just level 1 harm. You can negate it with armor also.
It's less effect, right?
Yeah.
I guess my resistance to pain from Radiance Vial isn't going to help with that.
No,
after
it still
wears
would.
off, or is it whilst it's in effect, it's not going to affect me, but
Yeah.
afterwards it would.
Yeah, while it's going on, you would still ignore that harm.
Then I'm going to use the armor, and I'm going to reduce that.
Okay.
I'll
yeah.
mark it down.
So the bullet glances off your armor as you head over to Mercy. All right, let's take our first break, and then we'll come back to the other guys in the front and see how things go there when the fighting is breaking out.
Sorry, guys. I don't want to feel like I'm hogging it or anything.
Yeah, no problem.
Nah, it's cool. Like, this is your section, and next will be our section. So
I'm hoping for some good stuff.
All right, so we'll be back in 5, yo.